Hi, my name is Ken Sobieski. I'm the Deputy Chief of the Municipal Fire Department. We are located in eastern Pennsylvania on the border of New Jersey. Today we are on the blue floor looking at our new heavy-duty rescue. Let me show you around. To support the growth of the township, in 2006 we purchased a Pierce Quantum that worked well for our township up until current day. In recent years, the dynamics of the township has drastically changed, where we're seeing more heavy truck traffic and more warehouses in the northern side of our township. And we figured this is our opportunity to prepare ourselves for some of the incidents that we may run into involving trucks and the warehouses and the logistics that they have. So one of the options that we put on this truck is a light tower. Along with all the perimeter lights that are on this truck, we thought the light tower was extremely important to assist the team members with nighttime operations. Let's talk about some of the compartments on this truck. We spent a considerable amount of time looking at the tools that we wanted to carry and ensuring that we had optimal storage for those tools. So starting on the first of two transverse compartments on this truck, this compartment will be more for our longer lumber. We're going to be carrying our Stokes baskets, our backboards, an assortment of smaller ladders, a Fresno ladder, some little giant ladders, some step ladders, but more of our longer stuff will be captured and stored in here. This compartment will store some of our struts that we carry. It is also situated with a calf system. This is a 60-gallon Hercules system that's stored up top, and it will be pre-piped to a 1-inch line that is going to be situated in a compartment on the front bumper. Within the compartment, we also have additional storage for lumber. We'll have the ability to put plywood on top, and then again, all of our Omni-Shore struts will go here, all of our JYDs will go here, and then the accessories that need with them. Under this, we decided to build this out complete, so we had a flat surface to work on, and then down here we'll have storage for a portable winch. Second compartment back, we're going to be storing most of our rigging equipment. In this big compartment, we'll have space for, we carry two grip hoists, the TU-28 and the TU-32. That'll be stored here. And then all of our chain and accessories that come along with the chain, our pickets, our shackles, endless slings, chain binders, that'll all be stored in this compartment. The two compartments over the tandems are going to be split up. The first compartment will be all of our saws. We carry a complement of gas and battery saws, so they will be stored here. And then the final compartment over the tandems is more of our Milwaukee battery tools. We'll have two pack outs, one with all of our man versus machine equipment, and then the second one will be all of our Milwaukee portable tools. As part of Northampton County, we are identified by Station 27, which is signified here. Within this compartment, as part of our response plans, we do a lot of rapid intervention. So this compartment will store all of our rapid intervention equipment, from our fast boards to our rescue packs. There will also be some heavier duty equipment like a jackhammer will be stored here, and our air cart will be stored in here. So the rear of the truck, we have two integrated electric wheels, one on both sides, that we can use to bring with us wherever we need to go. Working our way down the truck, we did integrate a flip down step that allows us to get into the back of the truck. We also have in the rear a 15,000-pound integrated Warren winch. And then if you can see here, we do have 3 winch points that are each rated at 10,000 pounds that we can use for any operations that we may get into. As we get into the back of the truck, two of the things that we did put in place here is, from a crew safety perspective, we did put, colored lights. So green indicates that the truck is in park and it's okay to exit the truck. And if the truck was in drive, you would see this light as red, knowing that, it's not okay to get out. As we get into the back of the truck, let me take you through some of the features that we have here. Under the bench, we have an assortment of ladders, as well as different size New York hooks from 6 foot to 10 foot. As we move further in, the bench here can accommodate 5 firefighters as we're responding to calls, all with their own individual packs, so they're ready to go by the time we get there. From a shelving perspective, we have plenty of shelving here on both sides. They're all going to be set up a little bit differently. We will keep our medical components here, our rope rescue complement here, and our hazardous materials gear here. On the other side, the first compartment is going to be more of our hand tools. and our electronics, our meters, cameras, that kind of stuff. And then here is more of our vehicle rescue type gear that we use. Yep. As we move back into the box here, on the officer side, we have a little bit more storage. We're actually planning on putting a cooler here for the guys, and then this area will remain open. One of the features that we do have here is we have 10 individual headsets. They're all wireless so that the crew can communicate with each other, with the driver and the officer up front. We can actually have these as wireless so that we can use them on the grounds too if we're involved with something. As long as we're within the reach of the truck, we can effectively communicate, which cuts down on yelling and that kind of stuff. The guys can talk in normal monotone voice to each other at any incident that we may come to. On the driver's side, we have another area where the window is that is predominantly going to be all of our battery storage, the different types of batteries that we carry. So a couple of features that we put on this truck. This TV here, we did integrate a camera system that shows you a 360 view of the truck. So the guys riding in back, they'll be able to see all sides of the truck as they're getting off or before they get off. So they're not really coming off blind. There's another camera above the TV that is really for the driver to ensure that the guys are seated and belted before he moves the truck. The last item that we have here is the hatch to get up top. This allows us to get up to the calf system, and our oil dry hopper is up top as well. Starting on the officer's rear side, the back compartment here will be more of our everyday stuff, our brooms, our shovels, the stuff that we need from a general cleanup perspective. Moving forward, we get into our cribbings. These compartments are 24 inches deep, so we carry an assortment of 4x4s. With the bigger truck, it's going to allow us to carry 6x6s as well, so they'll be stored in here. And then our final compartment above the tandems here is our assortment of airbags that we carry, from 4-inch airbags to 25-inch airbags. So one of the big things that was important to us for this truck is the versatility of the operations that we get into. So if you look across the top, we have a bunch of different mount points. There's 4 on the side of the truck. They're all rated at 3,000 pounds, more for our rope rescue guys, or if we did get into an operation, we can use this truck for anchor points for them. On the corners of the truck, you'll also see additional mount points. Those are rated at 9,000 pounds for any additional rescues or situations that we get into. Walking back towards the back of the truck, we also have 3 separate hitch receivers that we have the ability to integrate our portable winch with, or like I said, we have multiple grip hoists that we can integrate into these systems as well. Our front bumper will contain our 1-inch line for the calf system that we talked about earlier. Moving down the bumper, we did want again, more versatility. We added Chicago painted hooks on here for additional winch points. And staying on top of the bumper, we do have a little compartment here for additional storage for the winch that's stored in the front bumper. Again, similar to the winch that's in the rear bumper, it's another 15,000 pound winch. And then we have a couple additional winch points down at the bottom, or hitch points down at the bottom for any type of operation that we may get into. This truck's got the Whaling Core lighting package. The reasons that we went with this is in 10 months we are getting another truck that will have the same package, so we will have the ability to link lights when we get on scene. And from a safety perspective, it goes from a response mode to actually slows down the lights. I just want to thank you for taking a walk around our truck, and we'll see you in 10 months when our next one's here.